Yes. It's a great day to be in Tampa Bay. Where we at? Where are we at? Where we from? Y'all can hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Yo, yo. Mike, what's good? Produced by T. Yo, yo. What is good? Jay Young. CD Beats, what's good? Astronut. Pole Papo. Yeah, St. Louis. Uh-oh. We got some guys on today. Yes, up early in California. What's good? What is good, you guys? Oh, we got 25 on here. How are you guys Christmas? Like, what, y'all get the presents that you wanted to get? I know some of y'all a little bit older. I know y'all got kids, like me. You don't really get that much. Did you at least get something that you wanted? I know I did. You know what I'm saying? Snowing in Detroit. Dang. They say it's cold in the D. Okay, somebody got the MIDI controller. The kids are good. That's all that matters. Yeah. Man, I'm glad I helped you out. Hopeless Media Solutions. Man, appreciate it. Made beats all day. That's definitely a Christmas present. Got a lot of sounds. You think I said, yeah. If you got sounds, man, sell it. 404 in here. What's good? Got new MIDI. Indie pop. Hey, I'm down for whatever. I'm down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? England. What is good? What's good? Like, this is gonna be an interesting topic today. Because we kind of discussed on it a little bit last week. And a lot of you guys are loop makers and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But we're gonna talk about it today. So y'all just hang in there for a minute. And we're gonna talk about what I would, my personal opinions on what loop makers and the guys who are behind a lot of hits should get. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys got any questions, I'll be looking in the the live chat right here, and I'll be trying to get that. I'm actually going to be switching over so you guys can see the live chat and stuff like that as well, because you guys have been donating and it's been helping me out a lot by getting this. You know what I'm saying? By doing these lives and stuff. As you can see, things are getting better, and we're gonna start doing more and more. So how many of y'all on here are actual loop makers? Like, who makes loops? You know what I'm saying? Not just beats, but who just makes loops? Maybe part-time or full-time. I want to see who's on here, because if you guys got some loops and you're trying to get them out, I'm always looking for dope stuff. You got to be dope though. Got to be dope. So yeah, hey man, yeah, DistroKid. Make sure, guys, if you don't have a DistroKid account, you need to get it. There's a lot of good services out there, but DistroKid is the one I use. I've used a lot of them. The one thing I do like about DistroKid is it's like a no hassle type of a situation. So like, they don't really trip too much on like album artwork, or the song has to be this certain way. Like, you can just upload an MP3. Like the last song I just did, I uploaded an MP3 because somehow the WAV file was somewhere, and we just did a high quality MP3. Everything sounded good, and everything was cool. So so how many loop makers are on here right now? How many loop makers are on here? And are you guys doing it full time? Or are you guys doing it part time? And I want to see you guys' opinions on what I'm about to say, because some of you guys feel, as loop makers, that you should be compensated the same way as the person that you're sending the loops to. And in certain situations, that is true. And in certain situations, it is not true. So I want you guys who are on here who do make loops on here, I want you guys to put what would be the split that you would be expecting and how much would you expect if there was an advance payout. If there was a down payment, which is basically advance, what would you expect to get back, in return of sending the loops to a producer who may be pretty big in the game right now, and what would you try to get back from a producer who is not as big in the game right now? So I want to see this, see that on here. If you guys are just not joining, we're going to be talking about compensation for loop makers who send their loops out to people. And I got a lot of great loops from you guys as well, man. Some of you guys got some really dope stuff. Really dope stuff, man. I appreciate you guys sending it over. I'm going to put a new email address. If you do have loops, you can send loops over perfectly free. You know what I'm saying? And then if it gets placed, we'll make sure that, you get your publishing and stuff like that on it. And then you can send beats over too. But if you want to send beats, there's so many guys who send beats that now I got to start taking some type of a charge for it because it's just too many beats coming in my email. So right now I do, you can send over 3 beats for $10. You can send up to, produced by Tip. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Tip. Thank you. First person to donate today. Thank you, Tip. So yeah, if you want to send over beats, if you produce, you want to send over beats, you can send up to 3 beats for $10. If you want to send all the way up to 10 beats, just send me $20 and I'll take a listen to the beats and we will see. We'll see if we can get the beats placed or whatever like that. And, I listen to everybody's beats. So if anybody knows, I always try to listen to people's beats. Now, another thing I need to address before we get to that is some of you guys have been real sneaky. Some of you guys have been donating, and I appreciate everybody who donates or whatever. Like, my thing is, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. And I'm not faulting nobody for that. But please do not come on here and donate. And then as soon as you donate, you issue a refund. That is like some real, like, bummy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And actually, YouTube contacted me about that situation because when I talked to them, they were saying that, some people were paying and then some people would turn around and they would issue refunds. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. So I know you guys want to be seen. If you're going to donate like Tip did. I appreciate it, Tip, man. He said, happy holidays, Bolo. Thanks for all you do. I still appreciate you answering those questions for me when I was at SAE. Wow. I appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you too. Appreciate you. And I will still answer any questions right now. So yeah, if you're going to donate, just donate. If you don't have it, that's cool. That's cool. I hope at some point in your life you do. You know what I'm saying? Because I donate to causes like that. I actually go on to BeatStars, and if I like beats, I actually pay for leases on BeatStars. So if you got some dope stuff, I will pay for your leases. I will do that. I will support you. But to go on here and donate and make yourself look good, and then you turn around and you issue a refund for yourself, that's kind of lame, man. That is kind of lame. Now, if you use it on a credit card and you have no money on it, hey, I appreciate you. I understand times get rough. I understand that. But if you go in here and you guys issue refunds at the donating, that's really bumming. Like, for real. That's bumming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it leads to scam stuff. Yeah, definitely. Teddy Bear, Asaurus tracks. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So if you haven't, thank you, Peter Powell. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for donating. So, everybody, if you have not hit that like button, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't, go ahead and hit it. It helps the algorithm, helps me out. And you make sure you share this video when I get done with it as well. That'll be cool. So let's really talk about this in a sense. So loops. Why do some producers like me and some of the big mega producers like to use loops? Well, it's kind of like working in the studio with people, but not. Um, a lot of times producers get together and there might be 4 or 5 people producing on a track or whatever like that, and you might be in the studio and it usually turns out to be a pretty decent record most of the time. Sometimes you might just want to make beats at your own home, at your own leisure, and sometimes you might not feel like you can come up with the best idea, and a lot of you guys have great ideas with just loops. And sometimes guys do drum loops. Sometimes guys would do basically synth and instrumental loops, which is very, very cool. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're using synth and instrumental loops. However, what I have noticed is with a lot of people who have sent loops over, I've been seeing some of their contracts that they sent. And in some of their contracts, which I put quote unquote because they it's very vague in a sense, and if you know a real record deal contract, those contracts basically cover all angles and cover all corners to make sure that everybody's represented correctly and everybody is going to get paid the right way and there won't be any problems, because really contracts are there only if there is a problem. Contract means nothing unless there is a problem, just to be told. So basically, a lot of you guys send some loops over, but then you'll send like these terms and agreements, contracts over, and you say, well, I want 50% of what is going on. I want a split right down the middle. I agree with some of you guys, and some of you guys I don't agree with. And I'm going to give you some scenarios for you guys to kind of look at this and judge this for yourselves. Hey, everybody on here that's watching, hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. Everybody on here, hit that like button. So one thing that I can say is if you're like a loop maker, and you're trying to get your stuff out there and you're not as big as, especially somebody like Palace or, some of these other big loop makers, I don't think that you can righteously ask for 50%. I don't think so. FaZe the Nation, man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? FaZe, let me stop this real quick. FaZe is a legally blind producer, and he says, I appreciate you for everything you've done, beats and for some beats and artists, but I can't get out like that because of my sight. FaZe, just keep making that music, bro. Like, for real. Keep making that music, and I can see that you didn't let that your blindness stop you or whatever, and I commend you for, coming on here and listening and being a part of the live stream. So big up to FaZe. Thank you, Ronnie Fisher as well. Thank you, Ronnie, for donating, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. All right. So now one thing I can say is, if you're like a starting off producer, say for instance you're somebody that's just now starting off, you have to grind to get to that point. Now, back in the day, it was a big thing to do ghost beats. Now, which they still do ghost beats, but a lot of times people are doing loops because it's just an easier type of a situation, and you can still feel like you're a part of the beat. And basically, it's looping, sampling, the same thing. It's just that everybody doesn't necessarily hear the loop. But one thing I have noticed is a lot of you guys feel like if you send your loops to maybe a really big producer, you feel like you're supposed to get half of the pub. And you want to get half of the monies that come in. Now, one thing I tell a lot of loop makers is we got to think. If you really feel like you're worth that much, why don't you just do the whole beat yourself and turn it in to these artists? If you really feel like that. But a lot of the loop makers, they're not that big. They're still grinding their way to the top. And even when I was grinding my way to the top, even when I would do beats with somebody like as Ghost Production or whatever, I knew I wasn't getting no more than 15 or 20% because I was actually going to this bigger producer to give my tracks away, and they would compensate me And I never took like a full payment, like, well, I'm just gonna pay you and that's it. No, I always got my publishing or whatever. But at the end of the day, I always knew that I'm going to this person to get my beats out. They're using their name to get my product out in the streets. So at the end of the day, I knew that I could not ask for a publishing split. Now, we already know that most songs you're publishing for a producer is 50%. The writers and the artists, whatever like that, would get the other 50, and then the producers and whatever, the music makers would get the other 50%, and they usually have to split that amongst themselves. So I see a lot of guys saying, well, I'm going to split it down the middle if you're using my loops, because without my loops, you want to get the placement and stuff like that. I hear all that, but we're going to hold up on that real quick, because at the end of the day, what I tell a lot of loop makers is people come to me for beats. So they come to me. They want to come to me, or if they go to Southside, Metro, Sunny, whoever, like the big producers, a lot of people go to them for the beat, regardless of who produced on it. They're not going to such and such loop maker. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to that person. They're coming to you. They're coming to these bigger producers because they know that over the years they have made huge productions by themselves. And it's just now recently where a lot of these guys are getting loop makers and stuff like that, and they're placing a lot of these guys in very good positions. So you can't necessarily go to a big loop to a big producer. You can't go to a big producer with loops and then say, well, yeah, I'm the one that made the loop, so I'm the one that's gonna get all the money. It's not gonna happen, because with or without you, they can find somebody else who might give them the loop for free. You know what I'm saying? And you would just be X'd out of the situation. Now, I can see if the producer is like an up-and-coming producer that really doesn't have any credits or nothing like that, then I can say, well, you know what? You are helping me out. We're basically starting off together, so we should probably split this thing down the middle. Now, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know if I'm wrong or not. But I feel like if you're starting out, yeah, you can probably ask for a little more. You can get a split. But I think if you're going to these mega producers and you're essentially asking them, will you use my loops? And then you turn around and once the beats get placed, you turn around and say, well, you use my loops, I want 50%. I don't think that, to me personally, out of the 8-9 billion people in this world, to me personally, I don't feel that is correct. I don't think nobody that's doing loops should do that. I don't think that it just physically cannot happen that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think why anybody would think that way, especially if you don't even have placements yourself. Now, I can see if you grind it out for a few years and everybody knows you and you have like all these crazy loops, like some of the loop makers that are, on Splice or whatever like that, then yes, I can see that. But if what's with what's his name? ASMDR, whatever his name is, that does loop stuff like that, Palace, all these people that do loops and that people actually know, yes, you might actually get less publishing than what they get. And less compensation, because they're really driving the situation, because now they've been grinding for so long that their names are up there with some of the greatest producers now because they do that. But now, like, some of these loop makers are bigger than some of the producers, like Hollow Sounds is saying, like, at the end of the day, like, some of these people are getting big and they have a bigger fan base. They have a bigger network, even throughout record labels or with artists. So, like, at the end of the day, I think that we should get this to the point to where as loop makers, you guys should understand that if you're sending loops, even to me or whatever, like I tell people all the time, yeah, you're sending a loop and yeah, we're making the beat. That's the easy part. To get it on an album, to get it through all the hands, to get it to that artist, that's on me. Or whoever else you're sending it to. I have to go into the studio with these people. Sometimes sitting there for hours. Sometimes record them. Sometimes have to mix it. Sometimes have to edit it. Sometimes have to deal with all the paperwork and deal with the label paperwork and all this stuff like that. And then somebody saying, well, they want 50%. I don't know. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the business is going to be a little iffy. Blazing hot tracks, yeah, the business is always going to be a little iffy in these type of situations. But I think you should go in for anybody who, even if you're loop makers, even if you're a songwriter, even if you're just a beat maker that sends beats to other producers, you guys have to understand that if you're just getting started, I don't care if you've been out for 10 years and you haven't had the placements, but you got some dope loops or whatever, just because you've been producing for 10 years doesn't mean that you're just that big yet. It's some people that's only produced for 2 years that have a name out here. If your name doesn't carry weight, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get compensated for. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I see people that send that stuff to my email, and I'll open it up, and they'll have like this disclaimer, like, well, it's 50% this, that, whatever. And a lot of times, I won't even play a loop from that pack. Will not even play it, because I think a lot of people have expectations that are a little bit too big, and I think their understanding is just a little bit off, in a sense, which it happens. I was like that the same way. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when I first started making beats, after the third beat, I felt like I was supposed to be paid $2,500. And my beats were trash. Trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, like, yeah, that's right. Like, you know, placements are very hard. You got to think placements are very hard on big artists. Very hard, because you got to think this artist might get thousands of beats and only 15 might make it on the album. Like, it's very hard. And for somebody to come in and say, well, you know, I'm sending you this track, so without me, you wouldn't be on this album. No, without me, getting your loop on my beat, that's how it made it on the album. That's how we made it on the single. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you guys think? And I see you guys are in the sections right now. I see y'all guys are talking. I love it. And that's right, Hollow Sounds. I think it's better to have 20% of something than 50% of nothing. Like, for real. Because I've seen it plenty of times where people have literally talked their way out of a placement. You know what I'm saying? Peter Powell. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. Yes. Hey, I'm going to send an email right now. You know, trying to lock in soon. See, yeah, someone sends a loop, and I put a counter joins and melody in place. How you have people have to be realistic. People have to be realistic. Like, if you're sending stuff to these bigger producers, like when people send stuff to me, like, I'll make sure you get your publishing and stuff like that. I'll make sure and do that. But nobody ever thinks like, dang, this person might have to fly to New York. He might have to fly to Cali. He might have to fly to Florida. He might have to sit in the session. He might have to do this and do that. And people just making loops at the house. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is what I'm saying for the smaller loop makers, not the bigger ones. The bigger ones who have already established their name, this is not about that. And I know just because you feel like you're the best loop maker in the world doesn't make you the biggest. You have to have your name in this business is what carries the weight. If you don't have a name in this business, it cannot happen. And yes, Cold Hard Studios, you have to check your egos at the door. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and put this on here real quick. Beats for Bolo at Gmail. You know what I'm saying? There we go right there. If you guys want to go ahead and send some loops and stuff like that, you guys can go ahead and send it. If you guys want to send me beats, you know the drill. It is $10 to send up to 3 beats, $20 to send up to 10. You can use my PayPal, which it is in this description once this video is over with, or it's on all of my videos. It's a PayPal link to where you can send your beats. Make sure you send your email and let me know who you are so I can check it out, because if people just send me beats and I don't know who you are, I am hitting the delete button. Yes, I do beat critiques. Yes. $10 for up to 3 and $20 for up to 10 beats. And I always critique right back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might take me a little time, but I always usually critique less than like an hour. I gotta listen to everything. And you know, you can hit my PayPal link right in the description of this video and all the videos. So yeah, if you got something, you can send that over. Everything is pinned at the top. You know what I'm saying? And the loops got to be dope. And I'm gonna tell you, like, if the loops are not dope, I'm be like, I'm not really feeling these, but you know, we can kind of make things work. We can definitely try to make these work. And you know, at the end of the day, like send loops. Like if you do have loops, make sure you don't just send the loop. Send the loop and then send the stem breaks down. The stem breakdowns. Like so, even if it's an MP3 format or whatever, make everything on one track. Send the loop, which is like 8 bars, and then take a break, and then you might send the piano part, you might send this other part, or package everything up to where everything starts at 0, and that way we can really go through it and kind of, you know, make the beat how it needs to be made. Because a lot of you guys are sending the loop, which is cool, but sometimes I want to take out the bass part, sometimes I want to take out the things, or send the loops in parts. Send it with the bass in there, send it with the hook part, the chorus part without the bass, with this, that, send that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day. So yeah, Blazing Hot Track stem breakdown, yeah, that's extra. Yeah, it is some extra money. But that's if like you like leasing and stuff like that. Now, if you're leasing and doing things like that, yeah, you definitely got to charge for that. Definitely. But if you're sending it over to try to get placed, you know, at the end of the day, it should be a little different. So, should the percentage go up if more than one loop is used on the beat? No, because the beat is just one entirety. Like the beat doesn't go, like the price of my beat doesn't go up because I add 2 snares and a clap, you know what I'm saying, or like an extra kick or a different beat breakdown. They just pay you for the entity of that beat, the DNA of that beat. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think everything's fair business too. I think if everybody looks at it in the way I look at it, I think that people will understand that um, that this is just how the business works. Real J Ravage said, "What BPM and what key of the loop do you need that to?" It doesn't matter. Just whatever's comfortable for you, because we can always change the keys and all that stuff like that. Especially with the new FL Studio that just came out, which I'm actually, you know, very excited about FL right now. That's cool. I'm an MPC guy, but that new FL, they put some nice little stuff in there where you can record now, and it's like a real DAW. It's kind of cool. You can do everything in FL now. So shout out to my FL users. You guys got a treat with that new update. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got a treat with that. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still kind of like a Studio One and, you know, MPC type of guy, but the FL has been pretty cool. So yeah, like for all you guys who are loop makers, just understand that when you do send this stuff over, be mindful of your business. Like, be mindful of it. Like, don't go in there and be like all cocky and stuff like that, because believe me, there are some really good guys out here that make great loops, and they won't even charge me a thing. They're like, "Oh, just use it," and I'm like, "Nah, you got to make sure you get something. You can't leave you out here like that, because I don't want nobody coming at me saying Bolo took the money from me. Oh, no, I don't want none of that. None of that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna happen. But I will say, like, you know, I do need some stuff. I am working on some things right now, and you know, I'm actually going to be taking a break even from this week from doing my producer spotlight to just work on beats. I got to work on some beats this week. I'm gonna resume the producer spotlight, which if you guys have not seen the producer spotlight, I highlight a lot of platinum and gold producers, and I'm gonna highlight a lot of just regular producers as well who are very dope that haven't really got to that point. But I'm gonna be highlighting a lot of producers, even young producers and stuff like that. So you know, make sure you check that out. I hope you guys have been enjoying the producer spotlight with some of the people I have on there. I got a lot more people to come. I got some legendary people to come. And we've had conversations about loops and stuff like that, which a lot of the older guys are not about that. They're about session players. You know what I'm saying? And which that's what, you gotta think that's what country music is about, session players, but they pay all their stuff up front. They don't get into publishing like that. And even with some loop makers right now, I can go off and I can actually buy the loop from some of these guys, which is actually kind of cool because it makes things better when I can buy the exclusive loop and I can just use it for my own. But I'm the type of person that tries to get people, their publishing. I think publishing is something very important. And I think that's something that I think everybody should have a grip on, is some type of publishing. Now, if you're coming up and you might just need to get some quick money for something and you want to sell your loop, that's cool. That's what some people do. You get your money up front. You ain't got to worry about the album stuff, because sometimes that, you can get all the publishing in the world, but if the album doesn't sell, you don't get anything. But I've had some people tell me they'll do exclusives for up to $150, sometimes leasing for $50 or whatever like that, which is cool. You do what you do. You do what you have to do to survive. That's why I tell people all the time. You have to do, you have to do what you have to do to survive, because at the end of the day, there's so many mixing engineers out here who literally take these records and put their sauce on it, and they just get paid by the hour. Or they get paid just to mix and it's done. Like they might get $700-$800, or some of these mixing engineers $5,000-$10,000, and that's it. That's all they get. You know what I'm saying? So, and they've really, some of these tracks, I've heard some of these tracks before, and then after it's like, yo, this guy needs to get some publishing. You know what I'm saying? This mix engineer needs to definitely get some publishing. You know what I'm saying? So, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Hey, man, why we got all these people on here and nobody has hit that like button like that? We got half the likes. We got half the likes. Come on, man. Let's go and get these likes up, y'all. Let's get these likes up. If you like what I'm saying, hit the like button. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do I do NFTs? No, I haven't done NFTs yet. I'm actually working with somebody who does that. I think NFTs is a good thing. I don't know how long it's going to last like that. It could last forever with the whole meta universe thing or whatever like that, but I'm just so scared of these bubbles. I don't know about the NFT thing. Can I do a video about content creation, stuff like that? I'm not really, I'm just online. I don't really know. I just say get online and just stay online and try to do as much as you can, but don't let the internet, throw you down. I think if you're good, people will find you, like for real. Is emailing beats a thing to do? Does it really bring an income doing business like that? I talked about that last week. Yes, you can email beats, but that's not a thing. It's basically hand-to-hand combat. You need to be in front of these people's faces. I don't care if you make beats or if you make loops. You have to be in these people's faces, or if you do have loops, they have to be exceptional. The beats have to be exceptional, and then that's how emails kind of get bounced around. The thing about it is emails do get bounced around if you have good beats, and they might be sent to artists, or artists might send to somebody else, or this, that, whatever. I've seen stuff that's happened like that. I'm the king of Beatmaker 3. Oh, man, I wish. Yeah, I need to get back on there. I'm actually going to have some of the people that come on for the producer spotlights. I'm going to try to have them try to work on Beatmaker 3 and see if they like it or not, just for like traveling. I know I know a few of them, when they did see it, they was like, yo, that's actually kind of dope. I wish MP made their program that easy. And I'm like, yeah, it's $30 program. Post the PayPal link. Okay. Let me see if I can do this real quick. It is actually, if you want to see my PayPal link, it is actually, you can go to any one of my videos. I don't know if I can actually post it right now, but let me see if I can send it somehow. Let me see if I can send it from like my phone or whatever, and then we can send this over to you, and we're gonna send it right over here to my computer, and where's that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to send this over right now. Let's see if I can put this PayPal link in here. think this is it right here. Yep. So copy that. And let's put this PayPal link. So, and I'm gonna just put the whole thing in here. And that way you guys can see it if you did want to send some beats and stuff like that. So yep. And let me send this over. Oh, that's kind of long. Let me take this out right here so you guys can see. Okay. All right. Okay. So I just set that right there. It came out kind of funky. All right. What happened? There we go. Yeah, so I got it pinned up on there. So if you guys want to send some beats, want me to check it out, there it is. That's the PayPal link. Oh, thank you, Mr. Piano. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everybody donating. And like I said before, y'all don't be with that mess where y'all donating and then turn around and ask for a refund. That is some bummy stuff, like for real. Okay, we got some. Let's ask some questions right here. NPC FL all day. Now, for all you FL users out here, how y'all liking the updates? Do y'all like the new updates or whatever? Like for all you FL people, everybody uses FL. Do y'all like the new updates? I haven't actually downloaded it yet, but what do y'all think about it right now? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Do y'all think it was worth? Y'all think this was one of the biggest updates so far? You know what I'm saying? Victor, I will do some cookups too, but I want to see what you guys are thinking, like with the new FL updates, like if it's really that cool. Yeah. Oh, so everybody's pretty much saying is, do y'all think this is one of the bigger updates? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think it's one of the bigger updates? Okay, so a lot of y'all haven't dived in, but yeah. Okay. All right, so that's cool. So anybody NPC users on here that use the NPC software, uses NPC, like as you guys can see, my lady got me. Let me try to move this right here. She got me the new the Deep Mind right here. And this thing is actually very dope. I am very, very happy. And she got me a new keyboard stand. It's the 3-tier keyboard stand. I put this up last night. And I got everything I need right now. I've pretty much got everything I need right now. Everything I need. So, for all you guys who make loops, I need some stuff, man. Need some stuff. And I want to add in my own stuff too, because this is the way I like to produce. I know some of you guys like to click stuff in or whatever. I like to play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. Let me pull this back over here. So that's cool. So yeah. The 3-tier stand I got from Amazon. I think it was like $225, whatever. It's the on stage 3-tier stand. It was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? The Deep Mind actually sounds very, very good. I might do like a little live beat cook up this week since I'm not doing the producer spotlight. And let me know who y'all want to see on the next producer spotlight. If y'all want to see somebody old, somebody new, or whatever, let me know, because that's always like something that's been cool with like meeting up with new producers and everything. And thank you guys for all the likes, man. I appreciate that, and thank everybody for like doing the chat revenue. I appreciate that, and everybody who's a part of that. So like I was saying earlier, just to give a quick rundown for people who just came in, we was talking about what loop makers should be getting compensated. If you're a new loop maker, You know what I'm saying? Like, that, you know, if you're a new loot maker trying to get your money or whatever, you got to be realistic on what you really kind of want back. Because some of these guys, I think a lot of these newer loot makers, they just hear what people say, they just run with what people say, but they don't use common sense when it comes to, well, they don't necessarily think like, okay, well, I'm actually sending this beat to this producer who actually gets placements. So even if I send it to him or not, he's still gonna get the placement. So I think if you come with the right type of compensation for what you want, I think things will work out for you better, to be honest with you. If we're still talking about that 50 Cent mess. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, but yeah, like, you know, if you're out there, even if you're a producer, like say if you got maybe 4 or 5 placements and you might just want to switch to doing loops, if you have a name out there and you have some credits behind your name, then we can see about that. But shoot, if you're first starting out and anybody send me some loops and they're telling me that they want half, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And I'm not even that, you know, I'm not as big as a lot of these producers out here. Like, I've done my thing. I don't have as many tracks as a lot of people out, but I've done my thing over the years where I feel like if you're sending me stuff, you're sending it for a reason because you feel like I can get it there. And if you're sending me something, that's one thing. Now, if I'm asking you for something, that's something totally different. But if you're sending me something, that's something different. Would I be interested in real violin samples? Of course. Yeah, of course. Of course, definitely. You know what I'm saying? You know, so another thing too is like, even for you guys who make beats and y'all send in beats to these producers and these producers actually use the whole beat, understand that if you're sending it to somebody, you're not going to get a full split. Now, if you're in the room, if you finally make it into the room with some of these producers and you can, you know, play your beats and stuff like that for directly to the artist, that's one thing. But if you're still going through a producer, I'm pretty sure they're going to end up taking, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're going to get a little bit of publishing. And then so far as like advances and stuff like that, like it's going to be very hard for you to get an advance. I wouldn't say it's going to be hard, but just don't think you're going to get an advance like that. That's not going to happen because that advance goes against the budget. It goes against even the recoupment. So if there's a bigger producer, they're probably going to get a piece of the advance. So you might get the piece of the advance, but the advance is not going to come to you like that. You know what I'm saying? You'll get some money up front, but it won't be as big as what you think it might be. It's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said if it's sent, it's yours. Man, y'all are grimy, boy. Hey, if $100 bill drops on the ground, are you going to pick it up and give it back to him, or are you going to keep it? Yeah. But, you know, another thing is what I'm going to tell you guys, if you are doing loops and stuff like that, make sure you guys get lawyers. All you guys get a lawyer. I don't care. You know, and this is what I tell a lot of people too. Find you some lawyers who just got out of school. Don't have to get all the big lawyers. If you got a pretty decent lawyer who knows entertainment law, they don't have to be the biggest lawyer. As long as they can get your contracts and stuff done and get everything pushed through, that's the best thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing. So, you know, say, yeah, I'm gonna keep that $100, yeah. But if you got lawyers, make sure all you guys get lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get good lawyers. Make sure that if you're sending loops or whatever like that, if you don't have a lawyer, you got to just be able to know how to read it a little bit. And you got to understand what you're getting yourself into. Understand that this game is very relentless. So at the end of the day, you might get tried a little bit first starting out. I went through my fair share because I wasn't up on game. But I can only blame myself for that. I don't blame that for anybody else. But at the end of the day, I took that and let it go. And now my life is so much better. And that's what a lot of you guys have to understand is when you're doing music because you love it, not because you're just trying to make a quick buck. If you're trying to make a quick buck, you might as well just go ahead and get a job and then do music, because when you love what you're doing, it always comes out better. When you seem like you're forced to do something, it never comes out the way it's supposed to be. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you love what you do, you will continue to do it even through the good and the bad. And that's what I did. And I ended up on top at that point. So that's a good thing. So I appreciate everybody that came on today. I appreciate all you guys for jumping in on a live again, which I will be doing another live on Thursday, either Wednesday or Thursday. And I want to just say, like, I appreciate all you guys for watching the producer cook-ups and stuff I've been doing. I got C-Note coming back. He says that he feels like he didn't do as good as he want, because like a lot of these guys on here producing some really dope stuff on the cook-up. So he really wants to go in on this cook-up and just show how good he is, and he's very good. I actually have my homeboy Looney Tunes, platinum producer. He produced one of Rihanna's biggest records with Future, Love, the Love record. I got him coming up soon. I actually got Tasha Couture. She is so dope. If y'all know who Tasha is, I got her coming up soon. We're just working on the times and dates of getting that stuff right, because, you know, she is a producer, writer, and a full-time mother. So, she has a lot of stuff to do. So she's coming up soon. We're going to have some business stuff coming up with Tammy Latrell. So I'm going to really show people out here, like, how you can, be a producer, be, family people or whatever, and still make money. I got Tammy Latrell coming. I keep saying this every week, but I got her coming on here, probably on the live, so she can help you guys out with getting your money for publishing and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get, a lot of people, on here to help you guys out for the free ski. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about, actually going live on my Twitch soon. Don't know about that yet. I'm pretty much strictly YouTube, and I think I connect with you guys good. And also, like, y'all let me know when's the best time for me to do these lives, because I want to make sure I can do these lives where everybody can see it. So do you like it early like this at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, or do you think I need to push it back so maybe people on the West Coast can see it? Let me know, and I'll try to do that. So y'all send me some topics and stuff y'all want me to talk about, and I'll try to give you guys my honest opinions. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure in the comments y'all hook up with everybody and, get to know everybody here, because there's been some real regulars on here, and I appreciate you guys coming. And, I really want to be able to reach and touch all you guys. And, most of you guys, if you hit me up on IG, I try to answer back to you, or I at least try to put a thumbs up or something. I can't really reply back to everybody. But, yeah, appreciate everybody who's donated. Thank you guys so much. For all the guys out there on the last live and the live before that donated and turned around and issued a refund, y'all are some bums for doing that, but I still love you. I still love y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real. I understand how it is. But I thank everybody that's came on today. I thank everybody's asked questions. I thank everybody who's been in the comments talking with each other. I thank you guys, because this is a real community. I don't really have a name yet for my community or whatever like that, but if you're rocking with me, I'm rocking with you guys, and I appreciate you guys coming on live. And please share this live. Please share it. Please tell a friend about it. Let's get these numbers up on these lives, because I'm going to start doing more lives. I might do a little quick cook-up with the Deep Mind pretty soon. And I just want to just share my knowledge and share my times in the studio with you guys as well. Follow me on Instagram, and make sure you guys follow me and subscribe to me on this YouTube. So I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys so much. And, make sure you hit, the thumbs up, or I don't even think we got a thumbs down anymore. So either way, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys coming on live. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, y'all know what I'm about to say. Peace out. Share the live, and watch the live after it's done. See y'all later.